So for today's video, I found this image on Pinterest with someone asking if they thought it was AI. And I don't know if it's AI or not, but I think it's really achievable. And I thought that I would go ahead and create this design, but I'm going to do it my way. So I'm going to start with this from Model 1s, this tan color. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down as my base. Now while that's curing, I'm going to decide between these two greens. I really like this one, I think. I have this one also. I think I'm going to go with this one for the base on this nail. And it's also by Model 1s. Model 1s is a really inexpensive gel polish that you can buy off of Amazon. They also have their own company website you can buy directly from them. And I love their polishes. Usually I get really good coverage with them. As you saw that on that tan nail, I don't think I'll have to put a second coat, but on this one, it looks like I will need to. So they're different. Sometimes they need a second one, and sometimes they don't. I really like this green for these mushroom nails that we're doing. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to introduce you to and talk about are Young Nails Mission Control paints. They are gel paint. They come in these little pods. This one is Sonic. You can buy them in like a whole set, or you can buy them individually off the Young Nails website. And anyone can buy them. You do not have to be a licensed nail tech to buy these. And they work really well for your nail designs. They're a little thicker. And I'm going to demonstrate for you do's and don'ts with these. Okay, so when you get them, they'll have a seal. Now, if you take the whole seal off, the problem with these pods is the gel polish, no matter what you do, will seep out the sides and run down. And it doesn't matter if it's sitting up or if it's on its side or anything. It will always come out of the little pods. And I don't know why it does that, but I found a trick to keeping that from happening is to just cut a hole in the little tab that it comes with. And now instead of having this whole thing open, you've got a hole that you can work through. So you can just grab your paint from there. And now it won't seep out the sides. And you can close it and set it off. I like to keep these upright all the time. But even if they tip over or something, they're not just automatically going to seep out the sides. It really saves a lot of hassle. But you can tell with this, it's pretty thick, which is nice to work with when you're doing nail designs. The other don't with this polish is it's not really a polish, it's a gel paint. So you don't want to paint the whole nail with these. I found that it chips on the edges really badly if you take it all the way up to the edge and you paint, like, say you were going to paint a French tip with it. It will chip really badly on the edges, and I have sealed it with top coat twice and done all kinds of things to try to keep that from happening, and it just happens. So I'm going to create one little mushroom here, or kind of a large mushroom, actually. I'm going to do the cap first, so we're doing that in this red. I'm going to go ahead and cure this. While that's curing, we can go ahead and put our second coat of green on this nail. Okay, so now I need another color to make the stem. And since I don't have a lighter shade of this, I'm going to mix my own. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my palette. And I'm going to mix it with a little white. So add a little white to your palette. And now always take the darker and add it to the white till you get the shade that you want. I like this. There. I remember as a kid going mushroom hunting. We had quite a bit of woods, and we would just go in our own woods and find mushrooms and bring home. Mom would fry them up. I love wild mushrooms. Okay, so I like this, so I'm going to go ahead and cure this in the lamp. Bring the other one out. Now we're going to kind of do the same thing, only on the green. So I'm going to start with doing a little rig cap. Okay, I can cure this in the lamp. Okay, so now we have our mushroom stem is cured. We're going to add a little bit of detail into this stem, like what's in the picture there. There's some line work in here, and I'm going to use the darker shade, which is actually this shade, the same as our background. And I'm just going to make our little lines in here. And don't worry, since everything else is cured, if you mess up, you can just wipe it off and not mess up the rest of your design. That's why it's really good to cure often. When you're happy with something, cure it. Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll cure that. We'll bring our mushroom back out from the green. We'll go in and pick up that color we mixed before for this stem. I see these mushrooms all the time in nail art and different art with the red caps. I have no idea what kind of mushrooms these are. These are definitely not the mushrooms that we hunted in the woods. Okay. The mushroom stems are not straight. They can just be however you want to create them. This is your art, your world. There's no right or wrong. And I like that. You hear that? And I kind of don't like that thick line that I put at the top of the stem. You can see it right here. I think it's too thick. So I'm going to go in with the red again. And I'm going to go over that line again and make it a little bit smaller. I just don't like that thick rim. There, that's better. Sometimes that's what happens. You think you might like something, you get it on there, and then it's like, oh no. But you can always just fix it. Just go right over top of it. Okay, now go ahead and cure that. And now we're going to go in with our darker tan and do our line work in here. Just to put these little tiny details in this mushroom. And it really is, the details make the design. Really does. Okay, so we can cure this now. Now, in our inspiration photo, there were a bunch of like leaves and flowers and different things. So we're going to recreate some of that. I'm going to use this darker green that we did not choose for the background. Kind of a blue green. I'm going to do some of the leaves with it. I'm just going to come from here, come down. There's our little stem. Yeah, just like that. That's cute. And there are also these little white flowers. Okay, so you can use the gel paints, but I'm going to go ahead and just use gel polish for the little white flowers. And it won't take much, so just put a little bit on your palette. So I've laid some white gel polish down on my palette to do these little flowers in, and there are a couple ways you can do them. So I'm going to go ahead and show those. You can take a dotting tool, like a small dotting tool. And you can just set it down and pull. I need more paint. Set it down and pull. Set it down and pull. And as you're pulling, you're lifting up. Just like that. See, pretty simple. Might take a little practice, but it's not difficult to do. Now, or you can take a small liner brush and you want a little ball of paint on the end of your brush. Then you set that ball down. You do kind of the same thing. Set the ball down and then pull. Just like that. They also had some just like random dots, which I really liked in the photo. So I'm just going to put a few of those over. And also the mushroom cap has dots. So just with your dotting tool, if you don't have a dotting tool, you can use a toothpick. Just go ahead and add in a few of those random dots. It's cute. We're ready. And since we have that red on the mushroom cap, I think I'm going to give these little flowers red centers. They're your flowers. You can do whatever you want with them. You can give them red centers. They don't have to be yellow. I think it pops out really nicely on this collar. Just like that. Bring our other green tip out here. Now on this one, I'm not going to put those one leaves because we've already got the green background. I mean, I could do it in a lighter green, if, you know, but I think I'm just going to add the flowers to this one. And so if you want to do even bigger flowers, you just get a little more gel polish on your brush so you have a bigger tip, bigger little ball at the end of your brush. And place that down and then pull. And then you can go in and make your petals wider like that. So now we have bigger petals there, which is very cute. I'm going to do some with the dotting tool down here. Small ones. Like that. Now the other style of flower you can do with a dotting tool are just dots. Generally 5 dots for the petals of the flower. So like that. I'm going to go ahead and cure this so we don't mess it up like I did the last one. Bring this one back out. Now the mushroom cap needs some little white dots. We'll go ahead and do that with our dotting tool. I kind of like it with just the 3 dots like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Some random dots. Okay. Now on this one, I think I'm going to use yellow for the centers of these flowers because yellow and green, you know, they go really well together. And that really pops out on that green. Okay, so we cure that one. I'm going to go ahead and put the caps back on my gel paints and my gel polishes so that I don't spill anything. Okay. So I think that they look good. I'm going to top coat them both and then get them into the light. And I'm just using the Model 1's top coat. This is not my favorite top coat, but it will work for what we need it for here. I find that it dulls out over time when you wear it on your actual nails, but it'll work okay for these tips. Here's this nail finished. You have to leave in the comments which one you guys like the best. The one on the green background or the one on the tan background. I kind of have a favorite, but I'm not going to say it so that I don't influence the comments. Okay, we'll finish top coating this one out. Okay. And there we have 2 different mushroom nails. Very cute. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know which one is your favorite out of these 2. And I'll see you in the next video.